It was Mia's idea, as most of our unexpected detours usually were. "Why don't we take the scenic route back?" she had proposed with that mischievous twinkle in her eye, the one she always got when an adventure beckoned. Coming from her, a travel blogger who thrived on discovering hidden gems across the US, it was almost expected. On the other hand, I, Ryan, a software engineer from Charlotte, typically chose function over flair. But there was something about that evening, maybe the lingering euphoria from the wedding we just attended in Nashville, that made me agree. Before I knew it, we were steering away from the familiarity of the main highways and delving into the mysterious charm of Hollow Road, nestled amidst the Smoky Mountains near Asheville. The day had started perfectly. We'd left Nashville in high spirits, the radio blaring our favorite songs. As we ventured deeper into the Smoky Mountains, the tall trees on either side seemed to embrace the road, their shadows growing longer with the setting sun. Mia remarked how the towering trees looked like silent guardians of an ancient, hidden world. By nightfall, the dense foliage seemed less welcoming. The full moon struggled to penetrate the thick canopy, casting a dim silver light on the winding road. The world outside felt distant, almost otherworldly, like we'd driven straight into a forgotten fairy tale. That's when I felt the jolt, heard the unmistakable sound of rubber tearing, and the car swerved. I managed to pull over, my heart pounding. "You okay?" Mia asked, her voice tinged with concern. "Yeah, just a flat," I replied, forcing a smile, trying to downplay the rising sense of unease. I fumbled in the dark, retrieving the flashlight from the glove compartment. Mia, trying to lighten the mood, joked, "Of all the places to get a flat, huh?" But her voice wavered, revealing her own unease. It quickly became apparent that my spare tire was in no condition to be used. That's when I remembered the rundown service station we passed a few miles back. "I think there's a gas station not too far back," I mumbled, more to myself. Mia squeezed my hand. "Let's go together," she whispered. The thought of leaving her alone in the car on this isolated road was unthinkable. Our footsteps on the gravelly road seemed loud, intrusive. Every rustle in the trees, every distant owl's hoot, felt amplified. We tried making small talk to distract ourselves, but the oppressive silence between our words felt more pronounced. It felt like hours before we reached the service station, a relic from a bygone era. The windows were grimy, the paint faded. An old rusty sign creaked in the gentle breeze, "Last stop gas." Mia's grip on my hand tightened as we approached the dimly lit entrance. Taking a deep breath, I knocked. A long minute passed, then the door opened a crack. An old man, with a face lined with age and eyes that seemed to hold 1,000 stories, looked us up and down. "Car trouble?" he rasped. "Yeah, flat tire," I replied, relieved at finding another living soul in this desolation. The old man nodded slowly and fetched a tire from the back. The whole exchange felt surreal. Mia tried to make conversation. "You must get a lot of people stopping by here, all lost and in need of help." The old man, fitting the tire to the rim, didn't look up but responded, "Not as many as you'd think. But the ones who do, they always remember this place." Handing over some cash, I thanked him. As we turned to leave, he added, "Safe travels. And don't look back, no matter what you hear." The walk back felt even longer. Mia kept glancing over her shoulder, and I could feel her unease. "Why did he say that?" "Don't look back," she whispered. Trying to sound braver than I felt, I replied, probably just trying to spook us with some local legend. When we finally reached our car, the woods seemed alive with whispered voices. Our earlier bravery felt like a distant memory. Quickly fitting the tire, I told Mia to get in. As we drove off, Mia suddenly gasped, "Do you hear that?" The whispers were louder now, almost as if they were inside the car with us. "Mia, her eyes wide with terror, whispered, "I have to look. I need to know." "No!" I shouted, but it was too late. Mia turned, her scream piercing the night as an illumined face flashed at the window. I swerved, the world spinning before everything went black. When I woke up, the first rays of dawn were filtering through the trees. The car was in a ditch, but Mia and I were miraculously unhurt, just shaken. The night's events felt like a distant nightmare. We later learned from locals about the legends of Hollow Road, tales of spirits of lost travelers trying to lead others astray. Whether it was our minds playing tricks or something more sinister, we knew one thing: Hollow Road was one trip we'd never forget, nor ever dare repeat.